fortune. Hand raised in victory there by the referee. And the youngster's going to need some help out of the ring, and who knows when we'll be able to see him again. But Neidhart, someone to reckon with here in the World Wrestling Federation. Stay with us. We'll be wrestling fans in a most interesting match coming up between two masked wrestlers. Let's go up to the ring.
This event one fall with a 10-minute time limit from parts unknown at 225 pounds. Here's the Star Man. The Star Man. His opponent at 237 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Mr. Wrestling number 2. Wrestling number 2, your referee, Rick Scott.
Mr. Wrestling number 2 with that beautiful ring robe. My God, that's a beauty. Against Star Man. Don't believe in my travels I've run across Star Man, but it certainly will be interesting to see what kind of wrestling ability he has. Nice. Take quite a bit to counter the speed and agility and knowledge of Mr. Wrestling 2. Everyone knows his credentials. Both men sort of feeling each other out here in the opening moments of this bout. As once again this week we bring you unbelievable action here. Ricky Steamboat coming up late in the program, along with JYD, the Junkyard Dog. Beautiful maneuver there by Mr. Wrestling 2. As he used ducked under with that one-arm bar, just took him over very nicely, and now is applying some pressure. The left arm and shoulder of the Star Man. King Kong Bundy invading Georgia Championship Wrestling, one of the premier wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation, along with the Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Men with destiny in their eyes, and understand from some very reliable sources these two men have been on probably the most rigorous training schedule since they got together. And there's an ulterior motive in mind, and these two men want that World Tag Team Championship, and they're going to pull out all the stops to get it. Of course, the current reigning champions, Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham, a couple of youngsters who have come a long way here. Going to take quite a duo to take the title away from them. Front face lock now by Mr. Wrestling 2. As Starman is certainly getting an education into the real world of professional wrestling. Some of the most extraordinary super athletes in the world involved in professional wrestling. Oh, had enough savvy to back into the ropes there. Referee Byron has to break the hold. Starman complaining about a chokehold to the referee. It's hard to tell on that front face lock. It's so easy to turn it into a choke, but I don't think Wrestling 2 has to rely on those type of tactics in order to be successful. Side headlock here by Starman. Getting a few cheap shots in on the blind side of the referee. As is so easy to do, a very thankless job professional refereeing. Oh, nice atomic drop by Mr. Wrestling 2, as he didn't like those tactics. Later on in this 2-hour extravaganza, Brutus Beefcake will be joining us. Unbelievable individual that I'm sure will have some great things come his way in the world of professional wrestling, and is currently a superstar in the World Wrestling Federation. Mr. Wrestling 2 just put a few knots on the head of Starman. Added a few stars to that mask that he's wearing this week. Snapmare takes him over to the mat. 1 count only. Starman fighting to get out the back door, and he did. It's amazing how quick the message gets to you that you're on your back. And that's not the place to be. Reverse chicken wing here by Wrestling 2. Very effective controlling hold. Has to turn it loose now. But still going to work on that left arm and shoulder, this youngster. Well, I say youngster. I assume he's a youngster. Hard to tell when you've got your head covered up, but this guy has the body of a youngster. Nice single leg trip. Down goes Starman once more. And a toe hold that is Really applying pressure. Now look at the leverage used here by Wrestling 2. He's got those legs wide apart. And he's going to work now. He gave up on the left arm. He's going to work on the left leg now. Well, find a spot, go to work on it. Greg the Hammer Valentine joining us also this week. It's an unbelievable list of stars. Kern, reigning Intercontinental Champion. They say he's in excellent shape. Took off some weight. Got a lot of guys gunning for him. Starman unloading 4 or 5 shots now to the head of Wrestling 2. As he figures he's not going to be able to out-wrestle this individual, he's got to start lowering the boom on him, I guess. Wrestling 2, a nice single drop down leg hold again, and wow! Look at the forearm shots by Wrestling 2. Down for the cover, didn't get it. Back up with a front face lock. Wrestling 2 takes him over once more. 2 count only. Starman squirt out of there. Referee making a break now. Nice block by Wrestling 2 as Starman tried to get in a cheap shot on the break. Wrestling 2 now sends Starman in. Backdrop. Starman is literally flying as his name suits him. Slammed down to the canvas. Drove down in there. I think Wrestling 2 is a little upset with this individual. Taking some liberties. Look out. Whoa, what a knee lift by Wrestling 2. Down for the cover, hooks the leg. That's all. Wrestling 2 with a beautiful knee lift. And the peace sign and victory sign goes up. As what an education Starman got. And the fans here just love it. Let's go back and take a look. Wrestling 2 absorbed some unorthodox punishment by the Starman, but then look at that knee lift. Just drove him into the middle of next week, hooks the leg, down for the cover. That's all she wrote for him. Huh. Starman certainly, well, he's still in the ring and still on his back, just making his way now out